always take a couple minutes to actually start the
Mm.
live part of the live stream,
Yeah,
but technically
Yeah,
speaking, YouTube is guaranteeing 100% that we are now live. So
yeah.
if you want to say the
well,
N word, now is the perfect time.
Don't do
Neighbor,
it.
Damn.
neighbor.
Damn.
so
Damn, bro.
I okay, one question. Can I pay the United States government if I like a couple of bucks a week if I want to eat the grass myself?
I
What?
mean, you could probably just drive out there and start eating, and then like a government like ranger may come up and ask, "Hey, what's doing there? You okay?
How many
What you
cows do
doing
you
there?
have? Oh, just the one.
Oh, you're role playing as a
I
cow.
guess.
Okay, well, where's your rancher? He needs to pay me.
It's my what do you
Uh,
is it do you call it skin what cows have because they don't have fur? It's my skin
It's hide,
sona. It's my hide
hide.
yes,
sona.
cow
There we
skin.
go. A hide
Yeah,
sona.
Mm.
and they have like a fuzz on them. It's
Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah,
it's like a thin fuzz.
Yeah.
Um,
it's
but yeah, that's what happened. Like it was like 15 years ago. It was under the Obama presidency. There was this rancher in
now.
Nevada. There was this rancher in Nevada who was using public land to feed his cattle, to ranch his cattle. And the government was like, okay, you got 200 head of cattle here, $2 per week. You owe us this much money uh, for ranching.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm not going to pay it. And they're like, well, if you don't pay it, we're going to seize your cattle.
Damn.
And he got in such a fuss about it, saying that, and he made it this claim that the government was attacking him, was denying his right to ranch, and that's where he got the whole. I don't know if you guys remember it. There's a couple documentaries on YouTube about it. I forgot the guy's name, but he got like a hundreds of like conservatives like going out to his ranch and like protesting because the government was like, we're gonna, I mean, you didn't pay us, we're gonna take your cattle. And they were like, we're gonna stop him, they're denying this man his right to, because he was claiming, because apparently his family has a homestead out there, and it's like he was saying like, yeah, we settled this land back in 1850 and we've been ranching for 160 years and yada yada. And
I
the
I
government
bet
was,
I bet you a significant sum of money that if the fucking American Indians of that area came to him with the exact same argument, he wouldn't be accepting their sovereign citizen bullshit on that.
yeah, this was like the launch point of like the sovereign citizen movement, was this whole deal. And the government was like, well, no, your father bought this land and bought 40 acres in 1954, and you guys have been ranching on public land outside of your own land since like the 1960s, and you guys have always been paying it, but now you don't want to pay it because you think that you've been ranching on it for so long that you own it. You don't own it. We own it.
What
You've
am I?
been renting it from us.
What am I hearing right now? Like what?
I am
It's
the
the
living
assumption.
man.
It's the
Yeah.
same. It's a similar situation where, like, oh, if you go out like here, like let's say a good example of it would be like you own a house here, like in my city,
I don't
and
though.
okay, but pretend you own a house
Damn.
and you can park
Hang on, let me savor
cars.
this for a minute. Let me savor this feeling, actually. Let me savor. I'm imagining that. Let me savor it.
Yeah, you got a nice 3,000,
Damn.
3,000, 300,000 house, 3,000 square feet, 2 bathrooms,
Thank you for that.
4 bedrooms, an unfinished basement that you could do whatever you want with,
But
because it's your basement.
which I never will, because I have
You never will. You'll use it for storage, and eventually, when you have kids, they're gonna be scared. They're gonna make up stories about a skinwalker living in it. So they're afraid to go down there.
Fursuit.
Yeah, it's a zero first. Okay, but the street your house is on is a public street, and cars can park on it. But there's a thing that happens a lot here, where a person, just a random person, even though it's public parking to publicly park on the street, a random person will come up to like park on the street in front of somebody's house, and they're there to do whatever, they're long hair, maybe a solicitor, whatever, and the owner of the house will assume that that part of the street is their street.
Yeah.
And they'll call the
Really?
cops. This happens many, many times. They'll call the cops saying somebody's parked in front of my house. And the cops will say, are they in your driveway? Because the driveway is theirs. And they'll be like, no, he's parked on the street in front of my house. And the cops will be like, okay, what do you want us to do? And it's a similar situation with this guy, because apparently his family has been ranching on public land around his property for so long. He got in his mind that, well, I'm the one using this land. It's my land. And it's like, no, that was never the case.
Yeah.
It's like your father paid us, and actually he was paying it until he decided, I'm not going to pay it anymore. And then the government was like, the government was being so he was causing such a ruckus, and all these like sovereign citizen right wingers were causing such a ruckus, saying, oh, they're going to take his cattle, they're going to kill his cattle, and they're going to seize his house and all this stuff. And the government was like, look, we won't take your cattle. Just start paying now. We'll cancel the debt. Just start paying now. Because it's like, it was causing a big deal, because a lot of sovereign citizens were out there. It was like 400, 500, 600 people were out there, and they had guns, and they were causing a big ruckus, and the government was like, we need to bring the police out here and the FBI, because this is a group of very angry people with a lot of weapons, and so it kind of looked like a standoff.
Yeah.
And it was all over just somebody just not wanting to pay their bill. Eventually, it all settled down, but that was like back in like 2010, 2011. It was one of the precursors to like today, to everything happening today. Just a bunch of dumbasses who don't understand the law, getting in a righteous fury,
but don't you know, your natural name equals evidence of non-fiction equals living free person equals you own your proper name and are eternal trustee through universal right to life natural laws versus any appearance in all capital letters of that which is never your name equals proof equals fiction equals property invented and copyrighted by SS, I guess, by and for Vatican Crown / Caesar equals grand.
Yeah, and in British Admiralty law of 1564 says that this ticket, this speeding ticket, and this ticket for having a fake license plate was charged to the citizen named Mr. Carter. See, I'm the man, Mr. Carter. I'm not the citizen.
Yeah.
Mr. Carter. So this ticket isn't for me. This is for the citizen. So I don't have to pay this. You're falsely accusing me of a crime that the citizen committed, not the man. You get what I'm saying?
That's such a great legal defense, dude. No,
Yeah.
I know I killed 17 people in the Walmart. But the citizen. It was the citizen. It wasn't really
Yes.
the man. It was the citizen.
Of course.
Yeah, and then the judge just throws his gavel at your head. It's like, fuck you.
We have this sort of type of guy in Germany. They call them Reichsbürger. Their opinion is sort of that the after the fall of the empire,
Of
the
Imperial
Kaiserreich,
Germany. Yeah.
of Imperial
the
Germany,
Kaiserreich.
sort of the Weimar Republic already was it was an illegal state that had like no right to exist under like the law of the imperial
wow.
state, and they think that the current sort of state, which is obviously not the same one as the Weimar Republic,
Yeah, this is like
it's a corporation, and so they don't actually they like appoint sort of these fucking gay ass alternative positions that are like from the old Kaiserreich days. And pretend that has like more legitimacy. They're like micronation guys essentially, just
Yeah,
racist.
yeah.
I don't
See, I
think
thought these Kaiserreich people were just like, well, we want to be Nazis, but we can't legally show off being Nazis.
No, they
So
are.
we're just
I mean, a
gonna-
lot of them are also Nazis, but they are distinct.
Okay.
A lot of them are like actually the Nazis were bad, but the fucking
Yeah.
Kaiser was cool.
Mhm.
Huh.
Do you know about that between Sudan and Egypt, that one piece of land?
That
There's like a
nobody
border
wants.
situation
Yeah.
that nobody wants, but because there's a port city that's also in contested territory, and like, yeah, nobody wants the other piece of land. Some dude in like California was just like, I'm gonna just claim this I'm gonna give my daughter a birthday present because she's always wanted to be a princess. So I'm gonna just claim this land and make her princess of this land. And it's not very serious. Like it's not like serious.
Yeah.
Him and his daughter did travel out there, and like she planted her little flag.
That's
But it was just
cool.
like a cute birthday present. It's
Yeah.
technically a micronation, but it was just like, you know what, this would be a fun thing to do for my daughter.
Yeah.
Could you imagine they planted the flag and crude oil started pouring out? That's
Oh, and everybody's gonna want that land. Oh, Jesus.
That would
Like,
be the
well,
problem.
I guess I'm the princess now.
Yeah. That's
should I-
like, I guess.
What should I steam, Alex? What do I steam?
What should you steam?
I
Okay,
Okay, so here's my thing. I find that most things that you can steam would taste better if they were fried. This is an opinion that I
Fish?
have.
Fish can be really good steamed.
I mean, it's sort of a different thing. Like the main advantage that steaming has over frying is that with frying it eventually burns. So like steaming allows for much longer cooking times,
Yeah.
which means it's good for like tenderizing tough cuts of meat and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and it also just provides a different experience, a different texture. Like, what's better, frying or boiling? Well,
Frying.
I mean, yes and no.
No. Just yes.
Would you fry dry spaghetti?
You know, I have actually tried frying spaghetti. There's a dish called
Wait, after you cook
No. There's a dish called spaghetti alla assassina, which I suppose is not exactly frying, but you sort of it's really cool. So you have you sort of start frying up the spaghetti and you put like small amounts of sauce. So you are both like doing the regular how you make spaghetti, but at the same time with this tomato sauce, you're immediately like frying it and caramelizing it. But I suppose that's kind of an edge case.
Wait, but is
Yes.
the pasta itself already soft boiled
it's not.
No,
soft.
it's
what?
Yep.
Yeah, you take. Yeah. It does seem like something someone would do to create outrage on TikTok, but no, it's an actual Italian recipe. You take
It's a-
dry
Huh.
spaghetti
Yeah.
and put it
Yeah,
on
because
a
at
big
the
enough
state,
pan.
at the state fair here, there's a food truck that does fried spaghetti, but it's cooked spaghetti with tomato sauce, and they mix in a breading with it, and then they fry it, so you get like a crunchy patty, but it's soft spaghetti and tomato sauce on the inside.
No, this is how you make that shit. You put the
Okay,
spaghetti in like
I
this.
was confused. I was
Yeah.
confused when you mentioned fried spaghetti. So
I
I
did
had to,
think it was a bit when I first saw the recipe, though. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, point taken. It's better to boil pasta than to fry it up.
Yeah,
Most
and
of the
that's what I
time.
mean. Like, there are. Yeah, it's a cooking method exists for a reason. It just has a different application. And steaming, it's like it's good for, like, as I said, extended cooking periods, since you cannot physically burn anything you try to steam.
Yeah.
I do like the
Uh,
burnt flavor, though. I'm a big fan of that sort of stuff.
yes, but also, like, there are ways to overdo it. Like, one thing is caramelization, Maillard reaction.
Yeah.
Another different thing is just burning something to a crisp to the point where it's no longer enjoyable, and that is a risk sometimes.
I
Like, if you
guess
try,
this has just never happened to me in my entire cooking career.
yeah, I mean, yes.
I mean, I get no.
I-
Actually, this has
Wow,
happened to
okay.
me. This has happened to me once when I was making a fuck. It was I was making some sort of meat sauce that I was cooking for 72 hours, and I fucked that up. I burnt that shit
Mm.
over the course of those 72
Oh
hours.
yeah,
It happened to me.
if I'm making my own sauce, yeah, I take like a day or two to make it, but I keep that on a very low simmer.
I didn't keep.
And that it's happened to me also just once, and in a very funny way. Yeah, I was trying to make gumbo. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I should make
Well,
gumbo.
Wait,
and I was
gumbo
like,
or?
yeah, gumbo, like the New Orleans, the
Oh yeah,
Louisiana
yeah, the
dish.
Cajun dish.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's
Uh,
good. Oh man, I could go for. Sorry.
In fact, that time, the first time I really fucked up, it was a very long time ago. But that time I really fucked up in a very funny way, which is that I was like making the roux, which for a gumbo it has to be like really deeply caramelized. Like, it's not just like a French roux, which is it has to get like actually brown, like close to burnt.
Yeah.
Like chocolate, and I was doing that, and I started smelling like a really overpowering burnt smell, and I thought, well, I fucked up. Just it and try again. I do that, and I still smell that. It wasn't that burnt. Like, it didn't really look like that burnt at all. It looked like fine. And then I looked to the other burner where I was supposed to be making the stock, to which I forgot to add water.
Oh no.
I went to, I stirred the roux a bit. I just forgot. There was somewhere there.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
The funny thing too is that I managed the second time to make like a 45-minute roux
Yeah.
in 5.
And
Yeah, I like the idea is that you take 45 minutes because you do it over low heat.
yeah.
Like, you take your time to make sure you don't burn it. The thing is, you can technically, in this case, just crank up the heat all the way up and do it in 5 minutes. There's nothing stopping you.
I mean,
You can just, yeah.
the components of a roux are not that expensive. So if I fuck up
Yes.
the roux, I can just go again. And if I have 45 minutes versus the 5-minute thing, you know.
And in fact, the roux you use for gumbo is even cheaper because it uses vegetable oil. like a neutral instead of butter, which would be what you would use in a
Yeah.
regular roux. So it's even cheaper. No, but I just did because I knew I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second time I made gumbo, it came out really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about steaming. Oh yeah, the last thing I said that it's a rather easy dish
Yeah.
to make and really good. You could make Thai mango sticky rice.
I can make Thai mango sticky rice with the equipment in my apartment right this
Yes,
second.
Yes, you
Yeah,
just need
yeah. If you have, yeah,
you just need
you
the
just need to
ingredients,
think
of course.
outside the box.
No, you don't even need to think outside the box. You just need a bowl to soak the rice, a steamer, and a small pot. That's it.
Give me the recipe.
Okay, you don't even need any amount. Like you take the rice. You can take notes if you want me to stop and
Yeah.
give you a moment to grab a pencil or something.
Get rice.
Yeah, you just take the rice, wash it, and
Look at
soak it for at least 6 hours, up to overnight.
Oh, look at that. Look at that beauty.
You need like a Thai long grain sticky rice. Like it's a particular type.
Yeah.
It's not hard to find at least here. It's not hard to find in any Asian grocery store. Just sticky rice is long, it's Thai. Sometimes it's sold as sweet rice. It's the same thing. You just wash it, soak it 6 hours up to overnight. Or if you are in a rush, you can actually soak it in boiling water for 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Then you just steam it for 20 minutes. And while you steam it, you prepare the sauce, which is just coconut milk, sugar, and salt. Almost. Yes,
Oh, that
almost.
sounds so tasty.
It's also like really easy to remember. The ratio is equal parts sugar and coconut milk. I actually do a bit less of sugar because I don't like it that sweet, but traditionally or
Yeah, I was about to
most
say,
relatives,
yeah, coconut milk's pretty sweet on its own.
technically on its own it shouldn't be that sweet. Yeah, just like raw
If you buy
coconut
it
is
in America, though, it's
Yeah, you gotta remember.
Yeah, look if it already has sugar in it, take that in mind. And you just a pinch of salt, as much as, or I like actually to be, you to be able to taste the salt.
I
be
had
salty.
some mango sticky rice recently where you could taste the salt, and I thought that was very nice.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree with that. But just a pinch of salt. Yeah, you taste it and adjust. And you make the sauce. When the rice is cooked, mix part of the sauce with the rice, just enough to coat. Refrigerate, and upon serving, spoon some of the sauce on top. And you take a good mango, cut it up, serve it with the rice. That's just a mango you cut up, obviously. And you can top it for some crunch with some either fried mung beans. Sorry, no, mung beans. Yes, I think it was mung beans. I think.
I'm not
Yeah,
writing that down.
like, either mung beans or easier to find but less traditional, toasted sesame seeds.
Actually, toasted sesame streets.
Yeah, and you just bring it some stuff for a bit of texture contrast.
I know you just DM'd me. I can't look at it on stream, obviously.
Okay, it's we could talk about it after this. You can look at it after the stream. We don't need to talk about it right now. Sorry, it's nothing bad. It's good. It's a good thing. So
I know. It's just it's risky.
Yeah. It's a commission I got of you as an otter with a thick ass.
I posted in the studio chat.
I mean, I would post it if that was actually true.
Ah, fuck.
I don't know why. I
Okay.
don't know why, but like I've thought. Sorry to completely derail the conversation, but
Yeah.
it's like I do look at people. I'm like, what would their persona be? And for some reason, with you, it's always an otter. I don't know why.
Oh man,
I mean, I like otters, but I
you
like
don't like him like that.
bears. I don't like. Yeah, I don't like him
I mean,
like
I don't
that.
want to fuck. I mean, I don't want to fuck an otter. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about that. I'm just like
I
he's
don't
got
want to
like
fuck a bear too. That's. I am not talking about it like that either. Just to be clear.
I mean, in gay lingo, a bear. I'm a bear. I'm a big hairy dude. That's a bear.
Yeah,
It
you might
changed.
be-
We could still
I
hear
mean,
you, but
yes.
it changed. Oh, okay.
Actually, you're gay.
Yeah. But no,
Might
Gay,
be
gay,
better.
homosexual, gay.
so like I bought an air fryer a couple months ago. I bought a really, really nice air fryer. And I discovered in the past couple weeks baking with it. And I've
The
been
what?
baking
The what?
baking in an air fryer.
Oh yeah, it's basically just a small conventional, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a small convection oven, but I made like cinnamon rolls and biscuits in it, and it's so American style biscuits. And yeah, you
Oh
guys
yeah,
go ahead. I
yeah.
derailed, so
That's
yeah.
that recipe is a bit more complex, but both, as I said, both the dough and the filling are rather flexible. Okay, let's start with the dough, for example, which is you start with like simple leaven dough. You mix some salt. So a bit of sugar, not too much. Like they should not be too sweet on their own, like the bun, the dough, and some flour, just all-purpose flour works. Some either milk or milk powder plus water, and some yeast. Mix it into like a dough that should be a bit harder, a bit drier than you want it to be in the end. And you just mix it up until it comes together, and then yes, sorry.
I shouldn't have asked you to explain this right now because I'm trying to fix my microphone,
There
Oh,
we go.
and I obviously can't.
Yeah,
pay
you
attention.
actually you actually fixed it. You sound fine now.
Oh, I do.
all right.
Yeah.
Yes, you sound just fine now. Whatever you did, just leave it at that.
Okay, we fucked up
Oh,
again.
now you sound like shit again. Sorry. Yeah, Blue Yetis have that mini USB. It's a shit connector. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's Blue. Actually, who owns them now? I think Blue got sold to somebody. Was
That
it Razer?
would
I think it was
explain
they
a
were sold to
lot.
Razer. Oh, now
I
you
hope
sound
not.
fine.
Okay, yeah, it's back. It's back on the Yeti mic. It's
Okay.
really messed up. It's one of the reasons why I stopped using it to record videos. I'm so sorry, Alex. I was
Don't worry.
really I was half of my
Yeah.
brain was still like, but I want the steamed stuff.
They got sold.
Burger.
They sold themselves to Logitech.
Oh,
So they're Logitech.
damn. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Burger, how's the weather looking like for you? Because right now I'm fucking sweating.
It's
Oh my god, it's so
15
humid.
degrees outside. Inside
Oh
it's
yeah,
24
it's
degrees, and I have
I
like a
fucking hate you.
50% air humidity in here. But it's very nice here.
I fucking hate you.
I'm 28 degrees, 80% humidity.
Damn,
I do not envy you.
That's big. That's pretty big.
yeah, it's 29. It's 29 Celsius here, but we got like 85% humidity. It's so fucking humid.
Where I live never gets really hot. It never
Right.
happens.
That's surprising to me because you're like not far from the coast.
That's yeah.
I'm like in the middle of the fucking continents, and it's like Russia here. Like literally, like I saw like a climate map of the United States, and like the Dakotas is literally like because they do like a comparison, like this part of the U.S. is like India, like
Yeah.
most of the Southeast is similar to India, which makes sense. But like the Midwest is just Western Russia, so it's like super cold in the wintertime, super hot and humid in the summertime. We get
It's-
both extremes.
It's
That is
here. It's
rough,
kind of
though.
there's like strong upper atmospheric winds in this area that create a permanent circulation, and both the North and Baltic seas are relatively cool seas, so there's less evaporation happening from them.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Overall, it creates a very
LA.
mild climate up here,
I
and
think they said.
obviously we're
I think
way farther north than where you live.
yeah. You that blows me away that you guys are so far north compared to us, but we get fucked
Yeah,
with
like
weather.
Rome and New York are sort of at the same distance from the equator.
Yeah,
Really?
I think Sioux Falls is near about like where Barcelona is.
Yeah, that could be.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh.
we get but yeah, I mean, it usually doesn't get above 40 here, 40 C in the summer times, but in the wintertime, like negative, it's like 40 to 40 is about the average year long. Negative
Jesus.
40 to 40 here.
Like freedom units or?
No, no, I'm doing communist units, you
Oh,
filthy
okay.
socialists.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Tovarish.
Tovarish, you
no,
are
but no,
valuable
no,
to the commissary.
Obrigado.
but no, remember back a couple years, I think it was like the winter of 2019, was when we were getting the polar vortexes here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it got down to like negative 70 to negative 80 without the
What
winds.
the fuck? What the
Eh,
actual fuck?
Yeah,
That's
no, it was
stupid.
without the wind. Okay, here's the crazy thing. Without the wind, negative 70, if you just like stand outside and don't move, it's not that bad because the heat off your body kind of makes a little like shield from the cold. But the second you move or the air moves, it's just boom, you want to die.
Yeah.
I can
The only
imagine.
time I've ever been at negative 80 degrees, it was like a really steep slope.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Yeah, they like we were okay, I just got it.
You.
But no, like back then, like people were making jokes because it got so cold that we started tracking the weather around the Curiosity rover on Mars, and it was colder here than it was where
Wow.
Curiosity was. Yeah.
Oh my
You can
fucking
almost
god.
reverse
It was like
boil
negative. It
water
was like
at that temperature.
yeah. It was like negative 30
Jesus Christ.
on Mars, and we were at like negative 70, negative 80.
Oh god.
Reverse boil water?
At least
Oh,
That was a very dangerous time because it wasn't like everybody was like, okay, let's get the homeless inside. Everybody get the homeless inside.
wait,
That's when it's bad when people are like, what about the homeless people?
Yeah.
That's when you know it's
Yeah,
bad.
no, fuck the homeless would be the normal response, I would think.
No,
Yeah,
but like there was a
another one.
really tragic story where because everything was closed down. So like all the colleges here in town were closed. So students were having parties in their dormitories. And there was a really
Wow.
tragic story. Yeah, they were having Arctic parties where they were getting drunk and stuff. It's like any excuse to have a party.
Obviously.
Fucking hell, man.
Unfortunately, like one kid got like super fucking drunk and like he was like, "I'm gonna go have a cigarette outside," and
That
and he he got lost. He ended up like walking like 50 feet away from the dormitory into an alley, and he passed out and he just
Ah,
froze. He froze to death.
Oh, fuck.
yeah, that'll happen
Wow.
to you.
yeah.
Ooh.
That was just and like and people noticed that they were like an hour later people were like, "Hey, where is that guy?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I heard he went out for." It's like, "Where the fuck is he?" And they like found him an hour later, and he was
Oh,
dead.
no.
Ah, shit.
Oh, that sucks.
And it just, yeah. So it's just no. When it gets that cold, like my company, like because we're a trucking company, my company was like, okay, everybody who's out on the road, pull over and get a hotel room.
Yeah,
Do not stay in your truck.
yeah,
We will pay for the hotel room. Do not stay in your truck. It is not safe.
yeah.
Your truck will
Damn.
not be able to
Like,
keep it warm.
like
So yeah, that was pretty intense.
dry ice sublimates at minus 78.5 degrees Celsius. So like it's around the temperature of dry ice. Like
Oh,
sorry,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell,
Yeah,
man.
no, like I've like fucked up where I've made the mistake of accidentally like touching metal with my bare hand at
Oh,
like
no.
negative 40,
oh,
and
no.
it's like and I'm just like, oh fuck, and slowly like peeling my hand off of it, trying not to tear my skin. It's just like,
Yeah.
fuck, this hurts so much.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Fucking hell,
But
man.
a funny like not to add a bit of humor to that. That was also the same time I was really buying into the crypto bullshit, and I
Oh,
was like playing around and using my laptop to mine a coin, like one of the shit coins. And
Oh,
like I was
no.
like, man, my laptop is like, it's not doing a good job mining. So what I did was I opened my apartment window a crack and leaned the bottom of my laptop against the window, and the mining improved. So I just basically super cooled, and I was able to mine like 20 coins that way.
That rules,
Jesus
actually.
Christ, man.
That fucking rules. Okay, but like, fuck the homeless and all that. Steaming food, steamed foods.
Yeah, steamed food.
How
Yeah, we'll get
tell
back
me
to the
how to
topic.
steam the
Steamed
food.
foods.
Okay. The dough basically it's a dough like a basic leavened dough, enriched with milk or milk powder and lard. Well, you can technically use any kind of oil, but lard is the most traditional, and in my opinion, the one that gives you the best result. So you start by making a basic dough with flour, salt, sugar, yeast, and either milk or milk powder plus water. The latter is
Yeah.
actually quite more traditional than using straight milk.
Ooh.
You start, just make the dough. It needs until it just comes together, and it should be slightly harder than you want it in the end. The texture you want it in the end is basically like a soft, tacky dough that sort of you press it down with a finger,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes it returns it comes back to shape just a little. It still retains the mark of the finger, but comes back a little. But you want it a bit harder than that, and then you add slowly, like about, well, it depends on the amount of dough that you're doing, but like 20% by weight or thereabouts of lard, bit by bit and start kneading, at the end, it's going to look like it's not going to come together. But as you keep kneading and the art starts to melt under the heat of your hands, it will eventually come together, and the dough, will become a dough. You just
Damn.
use as rest and rise for you throw stuff. Let it rest until it doubles in size. Punch it down, and then you can fill. The filling, though, you should do first. I should have started with the filling because it needs to be cold by the time you fill them, because it's liquid when
Cold
it
or
gets
frozen?
hot. Just cold, like fridge cold.
English or Spanish?
Okay, yeah,
Same vibes.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
Slay.
Okay, so refrigerator cold. So
But
all right.
can I use it frozen? Can I go like frozen too?
In fact, I mean, you can do frozen, but it would be hard to break up. Though what you can do is like put it in the freezer so it gets to that temperature faster.
Yeah.
I think for me, I've tried both. I think it took me like
No,
4 hours in the freezer, 12. No, not that much. Like 6 in the fridge.
Yeah.
Like it is a lot faster if you do it that way. But basically, for the custard you will need some cornstarch, some eggs, whole eggs, fresh eggs, some cured egg yolks. That you can get like when you buy cured eggs as a whole. You of course, in every cured egg there
What do
is
you
a
mean
cured egg yolk.
cured eggs?
Yeah, I've never
Yeah,
heard that term before.
You can, it's literally what it says in the name. You take a whole egg, submerge it in water with spices and basically as much salt as the water can take, and let it cure for a while. They are often sold
Oh
in
wow, I've never
supermarkets.
heard of that before. That sounds interesting.
In this case,
That
since
sounds
you only need
tasty.
another way of doing them, and in this case, it's probably better since you only need the yolk. If you, at least if you have a use for the egg whites that you're going to get as a result, you can also like take an egg, separate it, and put the yolk. Make sure it's still whole, that it's not broken, in a mixture of equal parts salt and sugar. If you want, you can also add some spices like. In this case, we're going to use something with it, ideally something that will fit in a sweet context, like cinnamon, mace, cardamom, that sort of stuff. You can add them, but the important part is equal parts salt, sugar. Bury the egg yolks in that for about a week. Essentially,
Really?
it becomes hard enough that you can grate it. Yes, but just that.
Yeah, I found the recipe for how to make cured egg
That's
yolks.
insane. I fucking
Yeah,
hate
I've
that,
never
eggs
heard
though.
of this before. Huh.
like it doesn't really taste like eggs in the final result. It just gives
No,
like
this is just a general. It's just something I wanted to mention, so people know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not the only thing that.
I'm the same way with seafood. I'm totally fine with fish, but I can't shrimp, lobster, crab. I can't. I just can't with those.
Really?
So basically
Nah.
what I would do now, what I have in my head is right. I would probably make a filling in like the I would probably make a filling and put it in an ice cube tray, and then put the ice cubes wrap the ice cubes in the dough and then steam that.
That would work. Yes, that would actually be a really good idea. The way I did it, like, it's just making the filling. Yeah, making the filling and just
Hi,
like
Seator.
portioning it and
Hello,
wrapping it.
Cecil. Because I do.
Greetings.
I tend to always. I actually need to stock up because I'm always running these like very very long sort of salt based and acid based fermentations that go like I have one that's been going for over a year now with onions and thyme, and what I essentially do is like I get them out and I blend them, and then I put them in ice cube trays and freeze them. And then when I want like flavor on a dish, I just I put in the ice cubes. Obviously I cook them first. Like I heat that shit just in case, because when you ferment something for a year, at some point you get scared.
Yeah, because you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the fermentation might be going right, but there might be a mold in there doing some nasty
So
shit.
when I'm frying,
you don't know.
basically when I'm frying up my aromatics, that's when I throw a couple of those, one or two of those cubes in there.
Well, since the topic came up and we were talking about these two topics are coming together in this is a story that I just found a batch of cured eggs I was making that I completely forgot about. They are at this point about 2 years old.
Oh damn!
Oh wow, those are gonna be right. That's some flavor.
Yes. You know what's fucked up?
What?
I cracked one up to see if it was good inside, and it was.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
I mean, salt.
This kind of reminds me.
Using salt in that sort of shit, it will kill the overwhelming majority of things.
Yeah,
This reminds me of. Have you guys ever watched Guga?
Oh, Chef Guga, yeah.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, that dude's fucking nuts. He'll like take he's like, I bought this $2 cut of beef. It's disgusting. I'm gonna pack it in salt for 3 months, and then we're gonna grill it up. And he manages to make he's amazing. He's insane and also amazing. I love that guy.
I don't watch him a lot, but I do love his commitment to getting the most like meat flavor out of meat, and to like get the shittiest meat and do like the most with it possible.
Yeah, and of course he's Brazilian, because Brazilians they love their cows. They love their beef.
Truly.
But yeah,
so one thing. So what basically what I was describing is that you're basically making a custard.
Yeah.
But pretty standard custard.
Yeah.
With some adjustments. First, you can do as you would do with a regular custard and just use egg yolks, but traditionally it uses the whole egg in this case.
Hi, Buffalo. Nice to see you in here.
Hey,
yeah, I got some free time.
Nice.
You got enough scrap parts from the Fallout 3 Wanderer to keep the water plant going?
Yeah.
Did you kick him out though?
Well, yeah. I mean, I kept asking, why doesn't he just send his radiation immune friend in? And he just said it's not supposed to be that way.
Yeah, and then he ate like 50 watermelons in front of you.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah, fair enough. If he's that weird, yeah, he's definitely not good for the vault.
Oh, by the way, I know we're derailing again. I rebought Fallout 4 on GOG, so that way I can play Fallout London. I'm gonna check it out later tonight.
I've heard, they're telling me to get Fallout London too. I almost got in with it. I'm trying to. Okay.
Fallout London looks really good. However,
do you know the tweets about the Fallout London experience?
I haven't seen the tweets.
I want you to read this in your best.
Burger, please read this.
I gotta actually.
Do it.
Translate to. I gotta do another bit that I'm trying to. I gotta finish another bit.
Okay.
No.
Okay, now. Okay.
Oh my god! Also, while he's taking care of that the fucking competitive shooter from Turkey, like the Korean lady was fucking amazing, but this Turkish dude scares me.
Okay.
Did you see the
here's
tweet?
Here's the bit. Because you have to imagine that whole conversation happening in Turkish.
Yeah.
And that makes it
Oh yeah.
immediately makes it a lot less fucking.
I
Makes
don't
it funnier.
understand. I must be missing
Okay.
something. I'm guessing it's because of the Olympics, but I've not been watching the Olympics that much.
Yeah. There's been competitive. They did competitive shooting at the Olympics, and for some reason, the United States like fucking bombed at
Yeah, I'm
competitive
kind of
shooting.
shocked about that.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
here's it.
What do you
Here
mean
it
for
is.
some reason?
Fallout London experience so far, innit? Find a knife, shank 2 coppers, fight off a pack of mutated hounds, begin a conspiracy to assassinate the royal family, smoke 28 cigarettes in a row, punch a bloke so hard his head explodes, arrive home and open the game. That really became Australian at the end. I always
Hey,
It
what's
up?
sounded more Australian there for a
Hey,
second.
guys.
There was
I mean,
Hey.
well, you gotta
Oh.
remember, Australian is based on like low.
Cockney, yeah.
Australian accent's based on like low class
Yeah, Cockney accent.
British. Yeah.
Just saying,
Meanwhile,
Australian
meanwhile,
accent is based.
Did
Yeah, I've
you
heard
see-
of it. Sorry, go ahead.
oh,
Em.
go ahead. Sorry.
I was about to
Yeah,
say, if
observe-
any did. Oh, go ahead, Silver.
To
Oh my
add to that,
God.
I've heard. I don't know who told me this, but like maybe it was you actually. That like Australian accent is what like the London City accent sounded like. I think like like in the 1800s or something. Like it's been isolated to the point of like basically the Australian accent is how like Cockney folks used to talk before Cockney accent became a thing. Is what I've is
And the generic American accent is like the low class English accent of like the 16 and 1700s as well.
The accent I speak is a low class English. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
basically
No.
Oh, the linguist
It's-
is
here
in
comes
the
Steve
chat.
for-
Problem.
It's the closest we've got surviving to the 16th, 17th century English. It's not the same.
Cedar,
Of course,
fuck off,
yes,
cunt.
of course. No. Seator is absolutely right.
Yes.
Uh,
well,
Also, there's multiple English American accents, so it's
yes.
like
You got
like
your
the most.
Midwestern cowgirls.
Yeah, like I have a more Iowa accent, which I've been told the Iowa accent is the most generic. It's like, yeah, apparently the Iowa accent is the most generic, like English accent. Like apparently I'm the most understood by other English speakers because it's so default.
There's not a lot of like affectations and stuff. I've always said that I've had like a pretty like
You sound
neutral
more of
accent.
you sound more of like a Great Lake, like Pennsylvania, Ohio.
that's interesting.
Where are you
So-
from?
I live in LA currently, but my grandparents,
okay.
my grandmother grew up and I think grew up in New York. So like,
Huh.
I don't know what.
Oh yeah,
so, like,
yeah. You definitely have like an upstate, like Pennsylvania, maybe Ohio.
Okay, my
Maybe
dad's also from.
Ontario?
My dad grew up in
Don't-
Columbus. My dad was born in
you
Columbus, so that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I probably
Don't get
picked up
the
those speech
accent from
patterns
your
and
family.
say again.
Well, no, it's from the region you're from,
Yeah,
and the
And, like-
region it's from where you grow up.
yeah, and like
Yeah,
being
and-
around people who speak like that, you probably pick it up. Pick it up. I'm scoffing.
I mean, I
I'm-
guess if
I'm
you
looking-
don't speak to kids your age.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I probably pick up like I think one, I say the word like a lot, and that's a pretty California thing. And
Yeah,
That's
like-
a pretty,
you
like,
say-
California thing.
Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh man,
Yeah,
totally,
you
man.
just proved it. See, the weird
Yeah.
thing with me is that I grew up on military bases
Oh.
in Germany, which is a hodgepodge of all kinds of accents because you got people from all over the United States. Plus, you got the influence of just the Germans, because because growing up we left the base a lot. Like we went to Aldi and
The
all those
Germans.
The
places.
No,
Aldi
or
accent,
Aldi's
basically.
foods. Which Aldi did you choose in the Aldi Wars?
Oh, I went with Southern.
You were in
That's-
the South, though, weren't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, no, the Southern Aldi is the Aldi that's in America.
hey, you
The
guys.
Northern Aldi.
Southern pride worldwide.
Hey,
Yeah, the Northern Aldi picked Russia, and the Southern Aldi picked the United States.
Damn.
You guys want to? Hey, you guys want to hear some bullshit by any chance? That's completely unrelated to this. I apologize. I was waiting for you to stop talking.
Oh
before
yeah,
I could-
we've derailed the conversation from
What was the
steamed
original
buns.
conversation? That's most of the. I mean, like that's
Yeah, it was steamed buns.
steamed buns. So so two things happened today. Two things happened in the last couple days. One, a skunk. My dog got skunked, and the house kind of smells like skunk now, but it's reduced
Oh,
a
that's
bit.
awful. Oh,
And the other
jeez.
thing is that I got a community guidelines warning from YouTube on my memes playlist.
Hell yeah.
Nothing happened.
Wait,
okay.
how? What was the
On a
meat? What was?
playlist?
Yeah, and I thought it was private. I thought it was, but somehow it got like a warning.
Yeah, no,
I appealed it, but it got like fucking warned for child safety. And what's funny is, no, so it's been removed. I appealed it. I don't know what's happening. There are over 3,000 videos on it, and none of them look like they're specifically they're specifically marked. Some of the whole fucking playlist got fucking warned.
Why?
Wait, this
would
was a
they do
private
that to
playlist.
your
I don't
playlist
know.
For videos that you didn't upload.
I have no fucking idea. I've asked other people
That's-
this, and like maybe it's like there's shit on there that like either that like I did that I may have like saved there that violated. But I would imagine that if that's the case, they get removed specifically.
Yeah.
But no. Take a look at your content. Keep policy in mind. This isn't my content. Okay. So this happened after I saved a specific video by a YouTuber named Burial Goods, who I want to shout out to you guys because he's a really good voice actor. YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, it's maybe not relevant what the last thing you did is.
No. Here's
YouTube
why. Because
late
it's the only
correct.
thing I can think of in the recent memes. I say, Cedar, I get what you're saying. There's like 2 middle school age boys in this who are doing nothing.
What
it's
the fuck are you doing?
No, it's a fucking here. I'll copy the link and send it to you, and put it in the studio. Because my God, is that spaghetti al assassin or whatever it's called? Like that's fucking beautiful. I saw it like before I sent it. It was like the first thing. It's a split second before it like loaded up. It scrolled down, auto scrolled down. I saw like assassin spaghetti, motherfucker. You fucking get the entire recipe. That's amazing.
No, that
So,
wasn't the
it's-
recipe for assassin spaghetti. I'm just.
So it's
No, that
this
was,
video.
That was for the steamed buns.
Why are
Okay.
you
No,
telling
that was
ISIS
for
to come
the-
to
what? Oh,
Brazil?
okay.
Right.
So here's the thing. It's this video. It's this guy and his sons doing Sam's Clubs versus Costco guys, and they're like showing off the food at the food court. It's so fucking American. Only Em and I will get this, unless I think.
I
love the
know this
Costco
guy and his
guys.
kids. I know a lot of people hate
I love
on
the
him.
Costco guys
So this
much.
video's funny because the guy is reading.
I like one specific part of the Costco guys, and that's when the dad says double chunk chocolate cookie.
I haven't seen that part.
outrageously
But here's the thing:
unlovely.
it's his 2 sons who are like late elementary school, middle school aged. That's the only children on here, I think. There may be some weird cartoon shit I have on here, but other than that, like when I say like weird like shit posts using edits of cartoons or something to that effect and animations, this is the only thing I can think of that features real people that are kids in this. And then I got fucking community warned. How? And there's not specifically marked. There's 3,000. I'm the yell. I'm sorry. There's 3,008 videos on this goddamn fucking playlist. None of which I don't see any specific markings on this list of videos. Like I can look at the content. It's been removed, but like it's somehow saved. I have this little review tab I'm looking at. Has everything saved. And for some fucking weird reason, nothing specifically marked. I'm forced to. So it makes it look like the whole fucking playlist got striked for nothing. That's illegal.
This could literally be
Yeah,
anything
that's-
that has happened in the past 15 years of you doing anything. on
Yeah.
YouTube. They do
Yeah.
not give a shit.
I
There's-
once got a
I-
strike for a comment I made like 15 years ago on
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
that with an image that admittedly was flying a bit close to the sun, but also
Of
it's
what?
like it's one of like the computers.
I-
The guy's in front of a computer holding a gun to his head.
Base.
Oh, okay.
I remember like a year ago I got a community strike on Facebook for a My Little Pony meme I posted in 2011 where
Yeah,
like the one Pinkie Pie was like a serial killer.
Okay, and I'm gonna be real. You give off massive brony energy, and you've just confirmed it for me. No offense, but this is coming from someone who had a brony phase in high school.
Dude, Silver, I ran a My Little Pony podcast for 5 years.
What?
Damn.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
I was one of the I was one of the popular bronies for like 5 years in the brony fandom.
Wait, were
Because
you?
Popular
I had-
brony sounds like
Yeah,
an
'cause
oxymoron, I'm not gonna lie.
I had one of the edgy podcasts where we talked about Rule 34 and
Damn.
creepypastas and shit.
I'd love to pick your brain about this because I've recently just like I for so many reasons have a weird hyperfixation of mine is to listen to the fucking Toon Critic confrontation phone call. None of you fuckers know what this means, but he probably knows what it
No,
means.
I
just
know
find
about
it
Toon
fascinating.
Critic. I know a little bit about Toon Critic.
Yeah, I listen to that sometimes because it's weirdly compelling to listen to. And yeah, hey guys, hypothetically speaking, if so, I have the list of all these videos. And what's funny is
hang on.
yeah,
Did
Slow
the
down.
Italian fighter actually complain about the cis woman athlete that she fought?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
Okay, because sometimes these people just make shit up.
wait, did
No,
two
she
people-
complained
wait,
about it, and then all the
she started
anti-trans,
Wait,
yeah, all the anti-trans and TERFs picked up on it, and they're like, "Oh, this, yeah." They initially called her competitor a trans woman, and it's like, no, she's just a woman.
She's cis.
She's
So,
a
wait.
cis woman,
Is this during the
and
Olympics?
she has.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were, and they were trying to say that, like, oh, she shouldn't compete because even though she's a cis woman, she makes too much testosterone.
She has too much sports winning juice.
I feel
What
fair.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
who doesn't get tested for testosterone in the Olympics?
Man.
Dude.
Any of the men.
I think I say
Yeah.
Russians.
Wow.
But now, Silver, I
They're
was the
probably-
guy.
Probably the entire fucking Olympic village has heightened
So-
testosterone levels.
No,
because
yeah,
that's
it's
just
been
the,
shown.
That's fair. They also all fuck
It's
each other,
just
and they
the
tried
be
banning
strong.
fucking, and they failed miserably.
the be strong hormone.
Yeah.
Every
The
year,
win
the
hormone.
Olympic Committee tries to like ban the athletes hooking up, and it's like a Tom and Jerry routine.
Like, no,
did you see-
that didn't happen? They didn't
Oh, wait,
actually ban fucking at the Olympics. That didn't. They didn't.
Did you? Yeah, they tried to.
Specifically not
tried
at the
to.
French ones.
They tried to subtly deal with the beds. Did you see the videos
Yes.
of the?
No, they were just
of
cheap.
the-
They didn't try to subtly ban them from fucking.
Oh,
The beds
okay.
were
They
just
were just
shitty.
cheap.
They just didn't.
Did
wanna
you
spend
see the
money.
video of the
Wait, what
women's
was it?
of the U.S. women's team? I forgot what. I think it was just the women's team in general. They posted videos of themselves like trying to destroy the beds by like body slamming each other onto the beds.
What?
Alex, what
Wait,
the
I
hell
like
is-
that for a second.
No,
What?
the U.S. women's team, they were like making fun of the beds, and so they were trying to destroy the beds by like wrestling on them and body slamming each other onto the beds.
This is what? Who's
Yeah, the
doing this?
bets aren't shitty. The bets
I-
are
I-
just like a
Oh, no, they're
commitment to
very
sustainability.
strong.
Oh, the cardboard ones. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got off work earlier. I had an early work day, so like I got off earlier in relation to other days, so I'm tired. I heard body slam on the bed, and I thought, oh, that's hot. What? Wait, what's happening?
Alex,
And
what are you
to
cooking?
me-
Thank you for clarifying.
Oh
So
yeah.
did they do any of the events that they had been planning to do in the Sen yet?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
they did. No, they did the women's. I think they did the women's 100-meter in the Sen.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
I'm fairly
and,
certain I saw that in a swimming pool.
Better than shower and shit than the shit in the shower, I guess.
yeah. I don't know. The Sen looks like dog shit. So
Did
They did
Well,
try
that's-
cleaning it, from what I've
Wait,
heard.
did they actually succeed in pooping in the river?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, there were
people
some
have.
oh yeah,
successfully.
the poop protest did happen, but I think it got cleared out.
Is there video evidence? I'd love to see it. Can you guys link me it? I'm curious.
It's probably not safe for work because it's
Brother.
literally
Yeah, we're
people's
not gonna
people
link
squatting.
any poop.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna
it's
ask you
people
to like put
squatting
it in
and
here.
shitting.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
find
gonna
it
ask you to link it in
yourself
here.
somewhere, you know?
Yeah, please. We don't need to find your kink material.
Fine. Okay. Damn.
You are an
okay,
independent adult.
Yes, I am.
You're an
Silver.
independent
Hey,
boy.
It's not weakness to ask for help.
No, it's not. But I mean,
No,
when
it's
it
not,
comes to
but
this
there's
kind of
some-
shit, you can
Literally,
be
this kind of shit.
bold. Yeah, literally this kind of shit.
I think it is. You're not supposed to ask for help in procuring more of your degeneracy.
Yeah,
I don't come to you.
We don't say degenerate, we say kink.
No, we also say degenerate. If
We
it's
do.
degenerate.
Pause.
No,
I'm
I-
not
Say
gonna lie.
degenerate, but as a compliment.
Yeah,
Oh, you
Did
can
you
Well,
Sorry,
no,
that's
it's
awesome.
kind of like gay. Sometimes it's a compliment, sometimes less so.
yeah.
You have to look
Sometimes
at
it's
what it says in the
I
parentheses
wanna-
after.
I kind of got a little story myself. I posted a picture relevant to it. In the picture I posted, you see a truck in the desert on its side, and it's on fire. This happened Friday afternoon on Interstate 14 or Interstate 15 between LA and Las Vegas. This truck caused a 3-day closure of that interstate
Jesus.
because this truck was carrying 45,000 pounds of lithium-ion batteries
Oh,
from LA to Las Vegas.
That's a lot
yeah.
of that's a lot of lithium ions.
This is why I support hydrogen fuel cells as the way forward.
Or solid state batteries. I
Yeah.
support
If you-
solid state batteries as well. Yeah, this
Did
caused
you
a
see
3-day.
the-
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was
Oh,
gonna switch topics. Go ahead.
did this really
But no-
happen? Did the meme that you just posted really happen?
No,
Okay.
no.
course
It's
not.
speculative.
That would have been.
It wouldn't
But
happen.
no, this
In
this
fact-
happened. I had delivered. I had made a delivery in Las Vegas, and I had a pickup down in LA. So while I was driving down to LA Friday afternoon, this truck crashed Friday afternoon, and then when I got down to LA, the interstate was closed because this caught fire at the time of the accident. The fire department, because this was out in the middle of nowhere. This was literally in the fucking desert. No water, no hydrants, no nothing. So they had to carry in water and sand to try to deal with this fire. They put it out Saturday. They managed to put it out Saturday morning. An hour later, it caught on fire again. And then they managed to put it back out Saturday night. And then they just sat there watching it all night Saturday night. And eventually they were like, okay, I think it's like eventually, like late Sunday morning, they were like, okay, I think it's not going to catch on fire again. Let's open the interstates.
It caught fire again, didn't it?
No, it didn't.
No.
It didn't. But they
Damn.
sat there for like 14 hours just watching it. They ended up using about like 6,000 pounds of sand and 50,000 gallons of water to
Hey.
put this out.
Quick question. Hey, Bergen, World of Darkness, are lithium-ion batteries do they just contain demons? Is that the thing the technocracy does with them?
No, they contain lithium and ions.
Are those just... Well, what's the difference between those and demons?
Well, one of these is enlightened science and the other is stupid superstition.
Oh yeah, did you?
Well, didn't the... Hey, wait, I'm sorry, actual World of Darkness question now. Does the technocracy work with or fight against Pentex? Because it is the god of destruction's, like physical avatar or whatever. Like, where does... I'm sorry, fucking just quick...
Pentex?
I know the werewolves fight Pentex. Does the technocracy ever... Does it work with them or against them? Because...
the relationship between the technocracy and the technocratic convention of the syndicate specifically is very complex, because on one hand, obviously, the technocracy in the cosmology of the werewolf serves the Weaver, which is obviously an enemy of the worm. But of the Pentex also makes a shit ton of money, which the syndicate likes. As far as I'm aware, there was a collaboration between elements of the syndicate and Pentex, and they sort of still receive dividends from that, even though it was recently like the technocrat, like the NWO, was like, hey.
So the Shadow Government's money department collaborated with the evil corporation to get more funding, and they're kind of in a weird spot where they're technically enemies, but they also get a lot of money.
The NWO was like, hey, what the fuck is this? Stop doing this. And so they stopped doing this, but they're still getting their sort of royalty payments from Pentex.
All right.
God, did you see that the Dutch actually sent a legally convicted child rapist to the
Stephen Van Velde, that guy, fucking that guy, goddamn. Okay, by the way,
sorry, can you repeat that? I must have misheard.
Can I? So there's a guy named Stephen Van Velde. Oh, goddamn it, I fucking got cut off. So there's a guy named Stephen Van Velde. He's a Dutch volleyball player who groomed online and flew to England to have sex raped a 12-year-old girl. He got arrested and convicted in England and got sentenced to prison. Yes. However, he was then exonerated, I think, like extradited to the Netherlands, and he got his sentence like reduced commute or whatever, so only really spent a year in prison. And this is like I think 5 years ago in 2019, so he has now come back to try.
Was he exonerated or just
that's fucking disgusting.
No, he was extradited, and then his sentence was reduced in relation to like Dutch standards of like sex crimes. I think I don't know. I think that's what happened. You'd have to look up more. Basically, just the Netherlands apparently has like thought he served his reduced his sentence to like I think a year or something, and maybe I don't know specifically, but basically they reduced his sentence because they have. I'm not gonna say wrong standards because like it's but like they have different standards for sex crimes. I think so. He only got a year in prison. Burger,
because every Dutch person is a sex person.
Oh my god, that's fucking disgusting.
Well, more so or less. More so or less so than like the average American tourist in Amsterdam. Yeah, we're working. Just saying.
Okay, he got retried in the Netherlands after already spending 1 year in prison in the UK. And in the Netherlands, he didn't get tried for rape, but for the lesser crime of ontucht.
What's ontucht?
Which is sexual actions that violate social ethical norms.
That's a weird, as an American.
That's a weird. That's fucking bullshit. Fuck the Netherlands on this.
Yeah, it's kind of
they have a sexual predator. They have a sexual predator on their Olympian team. Fuck them. No medals whatsoever.
Okay, Ontucht is Unzucht.
So violation
like,
of social norms.
degeneracy.
Wait, you can get tried for violations of social norms. That's a thing in fucking the Netherlands.
Well, in most European countries, I would think
Yeah.
it's somewhat of a thing.
It's like This like England has like fucking Count Dankula like violated some sort of like
can we
fucking
post
decency
it?
laws.
Can I see a picture of this guy so I know when I see him in the ring? What
Yes.
does he compete
Yeah,
in?
he's like
Volleyball.
a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, like perfect
Vanderbilt. There he is.
Aryan-looking
I
dude.
think
Yeah.
it might already be done because I saw videos of him being booed basically every time. anything
You know, I can say this because I'm a fat motherfucker, but if I was on the U.S. team and I had to compete with the Netherlands and this guy was on the other side of the volleyball fence, I'd just run over and just start punching him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
I'll take I'll take the criminal charges. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Fucking strip him of all his titles. Fucking chain him up and like throw him in the fucking catacombs of Paris.
Got it. Yeah.
No, that's too good for him. That's you'll disturb the tourists. What the fuck are you thinking, Em?
Do you know how big the catacombs are? Just like go in there for like 2 hours, just going in one direction, and then just leave him there.
Well,
he'll be down there forever.
Well, you're forgetting one thing though. The Dutch Olympic Committee. What do we do with them? Because they thought this was a good idea.
Bury him in a fucking dike. I don't care. Fuck this guy. Fucking piece of shit.
No, with the
Burger. What's your take on this?
No, fuck this guy. I don't care what Burger's taking. Well, yeah, okay, Burger. If you have a take,
Burger's take is gonna be fuck this guy. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
I don't think there's much more.
Okay, this is something we need to remember. This is something you need to remember. The pulse for a regular human is that this is fucked.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
This is at the very most. This is the very most ignoring the trauma. Like we're disregarding the trauma he inflicted, and the awful thing he did. Please. God damn, that was fast, man.
Oh yeah.
That was
This
fast.
took me way longer than it should have because I had to open 17
Yeah,
different programs.
I like it.
And then Photoshop was like, actually, the JPEG index marker on this is not what I want. Can you please just copy and paste it?
I like your white sock. I like your American mom voice. You should do that more. Please do that voice more.
Yeah, your American mom.
If I see him in the
American
ring, I will kill him.
That's not him.
volleyball
Not the guy. Not the dude with the Titan shirt. The other guy.
Yeah, as an American, if I saw him on the other side of the volleyball fence, I'm pulling out my Glock 19 and just blasting.
Yes,
the Glock 19.
Redeeming the USA.
The Glock 19 you stored in your fat fold. I weigh 270. I can make that joke.
Yeah. I have a belly overhang.
The USA for not getting any medals.
I as well, but it's not as. I'm guessing not as. I do as well a bit, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get a medal for shooting a convicted pedophile.
Hell yeah.
Well,
and sex predator.
Did you see that one of the Olympic fencers was fucking 7 months pregnant competing?
Yes, I did.
Oh, fence. They said fence. Like a metal fence. I got so confused for a second. Oh, fencer.
No, fencing. Yeah, fencing. Sword play.
Is that responsible at all?
Or saber.
Well,
I mean, she didn't get. I mean, she didn't get poked in the belly, so I guess it's okay.
So, I don't think
that's a risk you should be taking.
I think if there's a pregnant bitch in Olympic fencing and you go for the belly, you should get double points.
But you have to consider that the baby in there also has the baby was hanging out down from between.
No, you have to consider. No, what you have to consider is that the baby is the pilot's and the woman fencer is the mech.
Yeah.
So you just took out the pilots.
So hey, real quick, yeah, nice. If I can
So a
ask real
TKO
quick, if I
then.
can ask real quick though, from like a more objective point of view with Van Veld's situation, just out of curiosity, from like just looking at this from an objective standpoint, other than the fact that like what he did is I agree it's disgusting, but that's like a perception thing, like like.
No, I'm gonna say
I-
objectively that was awful.
Yeah, okay, but on like a more like on the more like other than it being disgusting and deeply offensive to people, like on that level, it's like the material harm with this is that there are that there are minors competing and watching the tournaments, and so him as a potential reoffender, him being there makes it presents a danger to the kids attending, right? And
I mean, no, that's not the
participating.
problem. Is that he's a convicted pedophile child rapist? That's the problem.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
and, like,
This
by that-
is not like a
convicted sexual
pedagogical
predator.
concern in any way.
Oh, what's pedagogical in? I'm
It's
sorry.
child education.
Yeah.
Rearing.
Child education. No, I'm saying that like he has a high potential of reoffending, and him being around minors puts them in danger. That's what I was trying to ask.
Sure,
Is
but that has nothing to do specifically with the tournament. It's not the Child Olympics.
Well, no, but there are minors who are watching and participating in it, so that's why.
I don't
asked-
think
Well,
there are
not
minors
participating.
participating in the Olympics. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
they're
Okay,
like-
I think what Silver's getting at is that if you're a convicted pedophile, like in the United States, you cannot be around certain areas like schools, churches, or anywhere where minors congregates.
Yeah.
And
They
yeah, it's so-
congregated.
yeah,
Also
so like
raised at the wrong school.
You can't be like you're not
Yeah,
gonna be like
so-
like
so,
1,000
like- so,
feet away
like,
from
if-
you can't be like in 1,000 feet of a school. That's or a school zone specifically.
Yeah, so like what Silver's asking is that since he's a convicted pedophile at the Olympics, shouldn't this apply to him? Because there are people under the age of 18 competing within the Olympics.
Yeah, that's just an American thing to limit to penalize sex offenders for being near minors. Is that just an
No,
American thing?
that's why in the United States you have pedophile towns. There are
Yeah,
towns,
I know. But is that
Yeah.
just an American law practice? That's something in like Europe too.
That's
That's what I'm asking.
Probably the case
Yeah.
in some areas. Yeah,
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
be
'cause here-
completely straightforward with you. I have never really looked into the pedophilia laws of my country.
Yeah,
It's never
there-
really
I-
been something that has particularly interested me.
Weirdly,
Yeah,
it's the sort of thing that puts you on a watch list.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing here in the United States. We do have like sexual offender / pedophile towns where people who have been convicted of those crimes can somewhat live a normal life.
Yeah.
The only people there are other sexual predators
And their
like-
families, sadly.
and their families, because I think the only underage people sexual predators can be around is like their own children. Like even that's heavily heavily monitored. If
Yeah,
you're a
like-
sexual predator with a kid, you're gonna have somebody from the state checking in on you every fucking day.
As I understand it, in the US though too, to end up on that list, basically all you have to do is like it could be the middle of the night and you're pissing in a bush somewhere and it's like within 100 kilometers of a school. And
that's
then you
a-
end up on
That's a very extreme case.
That's a
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
a bit
yeah,
of an
sure.
exaggeration, but like I don't know. Shit's weird. Like there have been cases of like there's this case of a 19-year-old who like hooked up with a woman on like Tinder or a dating app. She was actually 14, lied about her age, and like he got okay. And then like he got put on the registry, even though like even the girl's family was like her and her family were like she lied and that happened. Like this is a thing that's happened. It's not common, but that is a thing that's happened.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
See, the thing is that when that happens, it's not a percentage. It's so low that it's like 1 out of 1,000.
Is that
or
actually
1
an
out of
extremely rare thing?
10,000.
Because I was under the impression that was way
That's
more common.
no. That's and I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here.
Yeah.
That is literally like like MRA propaganda.
It's
Because
happened.
if you look at the numbers, it's like 1 or 2 within 100,000 cases where it's an extreme example of that, or if the girl or the woman lied. It's like 1 or 2 within
I mean,
100,000
that
cases.
obviously is always like a
So I feel like the main thing is that like people get like shit lawyers and then like they get fucked over by their like counsel and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's like bail stuff and whatnot. Like they get a plea deal that's like they get out for like a reduced amount of time to some point instead of like having to like go and like for the full thing when they're innocent. Just you get the idea. Like plea deals are fucking awful here.
Well, and I mean, I have a
MRA. Wasn't
Sorry.
an MRA a kind of scanner?
What?
I'm not joking. You say MRA propaganda, but isn't that a kind of scanner? It does stand for something else. I don't know in this context.
It's a thing of what? What are you asking?
An MRA is a kind of
that's
scanner.
an MRI.
Right?
That's an
A
MRI.
kind of
no,
what?
we're talking
Oh, yeah.
about MRA, men's rights activists.
Yeah. Wait, what did you think it
oh,
was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about the medical equipment. We're talking about sorry.
I knew
This
you
is
weren't talking about the
MRI propaganda, dude.
I got MRA. Yeah, I get MRA.
Yeah,
you
but
like go
I
through
mean,
an MRA. It's a wait. Guys, you go through an MRA machine. It has a fedora on, and like the buzzing is like over. Like in addition to the buzzing that you hear, it's like circumcision is mutilation or something to that effect.
I mean,
it is.
Let's be
Yes,
real here.
yes, but like it's like, but like also.
Let Alex speak.
I'm sorry.
No, nothing. I knew that was not what you were saying, but I was not. I did not know what you were actually saying.
You're fine.
No, MRIs only prey on metal and coins. Don't eat coins before you go into an MRI.
Oh yeah,
Whatever you do, don't be like that guy that did the butt plug thing.
Oh no.
That was
you
wait.
No, I know about the butt plug guy. Did you hear about the dude who lied about having his gun and kept his gun on?
I saw that, yeah, and the gun went off because of it. Yeah.
The gun went off and the gun like launched straight to his head.
It was that was
just killed him.
I worry enough because like I have titanium rods in my back and I have to get MRIs all the time. Like I know it'll be fine, but still, it's always in the back of my head that something like
hopefully fucking don't.
No, I have to do the same thing because I got buckshot in my thigh. Long story. But yeah, I have buckshot in my thigh, and I have to list that. So like, I can't do an MRI.
It's so weird to me because they ask you when you do an MRI, hey, do you have anything metallic on you? And to then be someone with a metal butt plug in your ass, being like,
well, I mean, to be fair,
the guy's actually suing because it said 100% silicon.
And there was a metal cord in it, like ruptured his intestines and went to his chest cavity and almost like crushed his heart. The guy got fucked up.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, that's the amazing thing with the butt plug guy. He fucking survived, but it destroyed his intestines.
So does he have like? Did he have?
I think he has a strong case.
Yeah.
I mean, he's alive, but he can't eat solid foods anymore because it fucking destroyed his intestines.
Question. So wait, does he have like a? Does he have an ostomy bag now? Is that what's happening? I imagine
destroyed everything.
Yeah, he definitely has it. Yeah, because it like everything below his stomach was just fucking gone.
Is he crippled? Was he crippled or his genitals gone? Like how bad is it? I'm sorry, that was a weird segue, but like how bad?
I mean, I don't know why you care about that, but he can't eat regular food and he has a colostomy bag.
Okay, oh, he does.
I
have
don't
an
know.
ostomy bag.
I don't
okay.
know if his dick still works. It might,
He
maybe.
said everything below his stomach, but like that can mean a
I'm
lot of
talking
things.
about it's like because obviously he had it in his butt, and your butt, like your butthole, is part of the digestive tract. That's what I'm
Yeah, but,
talking
like,
about. His digestive tract below his stomach is fucking destroyed.
Yeah, I'm real. I thought like never mind. I thought something
Yeah.
weird for a second. But
No,
I'm like,
no, the
that's
fact
not
of
where
his life is
that
that
part
It's
is.
very unlike you.
Yeah,
Me?
no,
Yeah.
he can only eat liquid food, and he has a colostomy bag. He can't poop normally. He has to change out a bag every day.
That's fucking
Damn.
horrible.
Did you see the Olympic athlete that is literally sponsored by Big Cheese?
Yeah,
I saw these pictures. She's so cool. She's so cool. She's sponsored by Parmesan.
This
Parmesan.
I want to be sponsored by Big Cheese.
This image elicits two feelings at once in me, and it's a very strange sensation.
Go on.
We do not need. No, we don't.
Okay.
I will
I'm
admit.
I'm horngry, guys.
All right.
The last thing I'm gonna say before the stream ends.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm gonna
Time
say
to
before
end.
the stream ends is that I wonder which is stinkier, that wheel of cheese under her crotch or her crotch.
Oh my god!
I was just gonna say,
that's the last thing I'm gonna say. Bye.
Yeah, I was about to ask actually. Do you think the fungus helps prevent